BMW 116D diesel 3-cylinder 2016. Going to put a clutch and flywheel in it. Let's lift it up and see what's involved. Before I lift it up, I'm going to go in the boot or the trunk, depending which continent you're on, and disconnect the negative side of the battery. BMW, nice and simple. They haven't changed much over the years. Rear wheel drive, differential in the back, prop shaft, gearbox, engine. Very simple. What we're going to do, we're going to take these trays off. Probably going to take the exhaust off, which will entail taking this little plate, support plate off. Get these heat shields out of the way. Take the prop shaft off. Then we can take this cross member, loosen this cross member, drop the gearbox down, then it can get to the gear linkages. Not sure what else is in there. There'll be a clutch release mechanism somewhere in there, a slave cylinder. We'll deal with that when we get to it. And then after that, it's just Bellhousing bolts and drop the gearbox down. I've noticed there's a little earth strap there. That'll have to come off. But yeah, BMW, straightforward engineering. Good little tip, well, these things just corrode over time. It's 10 years old, salt attacks them, just aluminium. Put some big washers on each one, that'll preserve them, because eventually they fall onto the exhaust and rattle like mad. All the heat shields are off, exhaust off, so we can see what we're doing. There's 2 bolts there hold the prop shaft carrier. Then we've got 3 bolts on the prop shaft up here. And there's another 3 in the donut. I can never remember which ones you take out, so we'll take the obvious ones out and see if it comes out the way. Okay, at the back of the prop shaft, there's like an unscrew joint type thing here, but I'm just going to leave that. And I'm going to get a bungee rope and just put the prop shaft to one side. It'll be out the way. There we go, that's nicely out the way. Drop these bolts, let the back of the gearbox come down. And then we've got an earth strap here that needs to come off. And here is the clutch slave cylinder. There's basically 2 13mm bolts up there, one there and one over the top. That'll come out the way completely. And there's the gear linkage up there. Your gear stick's attached there. Linkage is down here. We'll get it off here, but we'll drop the back of the gearbox first. I'm just going to take this mounting off all completely. There's only 2 bolts there and the rubbers. That's just sitting on its engine mount, so it's dropped down on the subframe. It's happy at that. Everything's loose. Let's get that out the way. You don't have to take it off. I just like to get everything out the way to avoid complications later. Gear linkage. There's a little clip there that just pings off and pulls the shaft out. Gets rid of this top section. I can't quite see it, but that'll be the same again on this steady rod. So I'll whip those 2 clips off, get those out of the way. Top support bracket, there's 2 clips, one either side. Yeah, and the actual gear rod, it's one tiny clip. Ping that off. And that comes out the way. I'll probably just cable tie that up and out the way. Oh, it's in a rubber there, it should have stayed in there. And there's another little plastic gear link here that bolts to the floor. You take that off as well when you're letting the gearbox down. or it will pop it out of that bush. Don't ask me how I know that. It's quite handy if you just screw that back in once the gearbox is down, and it keeps that leverage thing out the way completely. Clutch slave cylinder now, 2 volts. That can just hang out the way or tuck it up there out the way. Now it's just a case of taking all the gearbox bolts out. I'll take these bottom ones out because they're holding all this bracketry just to get this wiring out the way. Same on this side. And there's a big bracket that's bolted to the gearbox that's supporting the bottom of the DBF. I'll get that out the way as well. Then after that, we're just taking gearbox bolts out the top. You could not get a more straightforward gearbox removal than this. I've dropped this front tray bit and I've taken this little bit of aluminium support out. It was just in the way. That's your starter wire, and that's the main heavy cable. I'll cable tie that out of the way. That's another reason we disconnect the battery. If you nip that, you're in trouble. There's some wiring over the top of the gearbox. I have to unclip for like reverse lights and telling the ECU what gear it's in, that sort of thing. Okay, there's a little wiring clip there. It's real awkward on top of the gearbox, and it's got one of those little security clips. You just got to ping that out and it'll come off. Now all that's left to do is take the gearbox bolts out. One there, see one at the top, and just all the way around the Bellhousing. The easiest way to do that is just get a bunch of extensions with your socket on the end. So yeah, all we've got to do now is take those bolts out, use long extensions with, I think it's a reverse torque socket, I'll show you one. Gearbox stand underneath it, pull the gearbox out. Easy as that. That's the socket I was talking about, an E14, looks like that. This one's a bit worse for wear, but it still does the job. Bunch of extensions over the gearbox, ping them all out. Correction, most of the bolts are E10. The only slightly awkward bit was keeping the wiring out of the way. That would be a bit tricky on the way back in. And these brackets that hold the main battery lead, there's bolts through them obviously into the gearbox. I hadn't taken that bolt right out. I didn't realize it was through that as well. I thought the bolt would come in the gearbox. But once that bolt was out, no problem, just wiggle it past. It's got to be a bit of a wiggle getting it back in. Just keep all that out of the way up there, and it'll be fine. Right, let's get the clutch off. Oh, look at that. Look at all that movement in the dual mass. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. set on big dowels, it does get quite stuck on the dowels. There we go. That's it. Yeah, clutch plate's on its last legs, right down to the rivets. And you can see it's been slipping by the heat. And the heat in there. Right, it's got the flywheel off. That is a T55. I think it is. T55. Try T60 in case. Oh no, it's T60. Oh, that's heavy. Don't let that drop. It'll hurt you. Don't. Come off. Thank you. No oil leaks. Oop. No, be careful with that because that is the timing pickup on there. Just don't even touch that. Clean a bit of this off. Put it back together. Just a note, everything laid out, gearbox bolts, clutch bolts. There's new flywheel bolts, so I'm not worried about them. LUK clutch kit, good stuff, never have a problem with them. Trays all laid down there, exhaust over there with the heat shields, with all its bolts. I've worked through exhaust, prop shaft carrier, prop shaft bolts, cross member that holds the gearbox, gear linkage stuff, that bracket, all its bolts, bottom gearbox bolt, clutch slips on there. So just keep it all laid out as you took it apart, and then you can put it back together like that. Another thing, I like to park my toolbox underneath so I'm not running back and forward. Just makes life a bit easier. That's it, gearbox is out, clutch is off, flywheel's off. I'll not show you me putting it back together, but it's just reverse order. Flywheel can only go one way. Make sure you torque that correctly. I don't know the torques off the top of my head. Give it a Google. Clutch on, gearbox back in. Just do everything in reverse order. If you watch me taking it apart. These are probably the most straightforward gearbox you will come across. They've never changed for years. Obviously, they've added a bit of emission stuff, a few bits of wiring, but they're a doddle. I mean, I've taken me nearly 2 hours, but I've had to deal with a few rusty bolts that you didn't see. If you're doing these all day, every day, a top BMW tech will have one of these out in half an hour. No problem at all. Me, about an hour, and then about an hour to put it back together. So they are really, really straightforward. Don't be frightened to have a go at one of these. My disclaimer, safety, safety. If you're doing this on the floor, good axle stands, lots of them. Anything else solid you've got lying around, throw it under there. You do not want this thing falling on you. Do not rely on a jack. I hope this has been useful. Let me know in the comments if it has or it hasn't. I've missed anything. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Oh yeah, hit that button.